Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Today we're looking at the top 10 goofs in martial arts movies from the 80s.
We do not train to be merciful here. Mercy is for the weak.
As always, we'll focus on the times when there's a visible cameraman, continuity errors, visible crew or equipment. Number 10, No Retreat, No Surrender. After Mark's dad is beaten up by Ivan the Russian, played by Jean-Claude Van Damme in one of his early roles, they pack up and start over in a new town, only for Mark to get beaten up there too.
So, this is LA Karate.
He gets beaten up so badly that he starts to hallucinate that Bruce Lee is actually training him. After many montages, and during the annual Kickboxer tournament, the two competing teams are challenged by
Eastern Europe's most feared martial artist, Ivan Krasinski!
They even noted this in the opening credits. But during the closing credits, lists Jean-Claude Van Damme's character as Carl Bresden.
No retreat! No surrender!
Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the prettiest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Coming in at number 9, The Last Dragon.
When you find the master who will take you to the final level, give it to him.
After Bruce Leroy's teacher sets him on a quest to discover the final level in his training, he was bound to run into his enemy who's already achieved that level and who also wants to kill him, for some reason.
Who is the master?
When Sho'nuff has nearly drowned Bruce Leroy, he remembers this.
There is one place that you have not looked.
Bruce Leroy emerges from the tank, his wounds are healed.
All right, Leroy. Who's the one and only master?
Now they're not. Number 8, Bloodsport. Our second Jean-Claude Van Damme movie in this list. This time he portrays a character named Frank Dukes who travels to Hong Kong to participate in the illegal fighting tournament known as the Kumite. While advancing through the ranks by day and evading the military police later the same day, he manages to find love, a best friend, nearly lose that same best friend, and set several world records in the process. During the fight with Pumola, Frank manages to knock him out. The very next shot, Pumola is sitting in the stands behind Jackson. Number 7, The Karate Kid.
What do you think, Mr. Miyagi, huh?
It's safe to say that this is one of the most beloved martial arts movies of the 80s and a personal favorite. The story of the new kid in town who's bullied by the locals after he shows interest in one of their ex-girlfriends. He's eventually saved by the janitor who happens to be an expert in karate, who then proceeds to train Daniel to get his revenge/win respect. During the final competition, Johnny's headband falls off. Then the ref throws it out of the way. A few seconds later, he's wearing it again. Number 6, American Ninja.
Just beautiful. Goes on the shipment the morning after tomorrow as everything else, huh?
In order to avoid prison, Joe Armstrong is conscripted to the U.S. Army.
Action? He has a criminal record.
While stationed in the Philippines, his convoy is attacked by the Black Star Ninjas. Although he saves the colonel's daughter, the majority of his platoon is wiped out, leaving him at odds with the remainder of the group.
This is a badass, right?
After revealing that he's an amnesiac that doesn't remember anything except his ninja training, Joe uncovers the plot of an arms dealer and is reunited with his former sensei.
These symbols will focus the ultimate power of purpose.
During the final scenes, the bad guys try to escape in this helicopter. When Joe runs to the helicopter, now there's a handle. Number 5, Kickboxer. If there's anything this list has taught us, it's that Jean-Claude Van Damme was definitely making martial arts movies in the 80s.
Sorry it took so long. Traffic was a mess. There's a big fight in town.
This time he plays the brother of a fighter who's injured in the ring by the fearsome Tong Po. He then seeks the help of a local sage who trains him in order to get revenge. During the final fight, he knocks Tong Po out. The actor that plays Tong Po moves his head before the director yells cut. Number 4, Ninja 3, The Domination. Arguably one of the most iconic ninja movies of the 80s, Ninja 3 tells the story of a young woman who is possessed by the evil spirit of a fallen ninja warrior named Ninjato. He possesses her and uses her body to take revenge on the police officers who killed him. At the beginning of the movie, while evading the police, he kicks an officer from his bike. The bike and the officer fall here. But the very next shot, they are launched into the lake. Number 3, Blind Fury. Blind Fury tells the tale of a blind Vietnam War vet who, upon returning to the States, decides to visit an old friend. When he gets to town, his friend's wife is murdered in front of their son. He manages to stop the attackers before they harm the boy and decides to help him find his father. Although he cuts off the police officer's right hand here, somehow he still has it. Darth Maul? Topping the list at number 2, Enter the Ninja.
Strength of mind and body.
This martial arts classic marked the beginning of the 80s ninja movies craze that make up a good part of this list.
He is no ninja. He has earned the right, Hasegawa. No! You are not to say anything more.
When a former military operative finishes his ninja training, he travels to the Philippines to visit an old army buddy.
Okay, Frank, what's the problem?
Who's being targeted by a wealthy CEO in order to obtain his land for oil drilling. After Cole fights off his minions, his old ninja rival is recruited. At the beginning of the movie, Cole has these cool white arrows to match his cool white ninja outfit. But when he shoots them, they turn brown.
Drinking and having a good time. Well, that's why we're here.
Number 1, Roadhouse.
Prepare to die. You were such an asshole.
This Patrick Swayze martial arts vehicle has him taking on the role of James Dalton, a philosopher with the black belt that's been hired to clean up the rowdiest honky-tonk in Missouri. Although these 4 guys walk over to the Double Deuce, By the time they get there, they've hired 2 different guys.
Sorry, we're closed.
I'm gonna kill you the old-fashioned way.